Welcome back, everybody. This is Cosmic Houston, and this is Let's Play Legend of Mana. In the last part, we don't really care what happened in the last part, because it's all about the here and now. So in this part, we're going to be unlocking a new land, and you know how they say, fourth time's the charm? Well, this is actually my 5th or 6th attempt at recording this part, which is why today is currently the 12th. And it's the reason why there is no part today. I have absolutely no idea why my stuff keeps crashing on me. And it's weird. It's this one particular part. I have not had this much trouble consecutively. I tried recording it 3 times in a row. Luckily the part isn't very long, so it hasn't really affected me too much, but it's annoying. But anyway, we unlocked the Mindaz Ruins, and we are going on the next Indiana Jones quest, which is a joke because it's called Tea Time of Danger, and it's what I would imagine the name of the next Indiana Jones quest or adventure to be called, because Harrison Ford is very old. And we just completely ignored Duel. Basically what he's going to tell you is that Tipo is here gathering tea leaves so that you can squirt into them and give people terrible visuals. But make tea, and she hasn't returned yet. So we, being the hero that we are, have to go attempt to rescue her. And hopefully succeed. We'll see how it goes. I like the music to this place. But we'll just keep going on this way. Ignore this impressive Tower of the Winds for the moment. It's not something we need to concern ourselves with right now, and we'll ignore that guy for the moment and head up this way and talk to this lady who will summon more ladies. We are making it rain ladies. And they will tell us that they are the keys to the gates, and that will mean absolutely nothing to us for a moment. But it will soon, and we want to carry on, or head over this way and get some treasure. How did I know treasure was here? It's like I've done this before. Amazing. But with that aside, we can keep going toward our objective and kill this guy. We're going to be killing this guy a few more times after this. I kind of feel bad for him. But then you realize his enemy type is annoying, and so you no longer feel bad for them. So when we get here, we see this structure, and we probably don't think too much of it, or you might not. To me, it means a lot of things. As you can see, there are gates on this side and this side, the upper left and the lower right. Now, if you think back to where the flowerling ladies were standing, you'll discover that their position actually matches up with the gates. So they are not the keys to the gates, they are in fact the gates themselves. And we wanted to move them out of the way so that we can talk to this guy, who will prepare psychokinesis and activate psychokinesis. And move on. And then we need to... Bleh. What am I trying to say? That psychokinesis was imperative for our rescuing our mystical teapot friend. And we actually want to head on to the lower right at that intersection. So we need to head back to the flowerling ladies and move them out of the way once again. And that's the main gimmick for this map. We'll be coming here a couple more times, and each time you will have to use those flowerlings and move the gates in order to progress. And it gets a little tedious, and this is another map I am prone to getting lost in. and I'm sure I'll probably end up getting lost somewhere down the road. But for right now, I know exactly where I'm going. So let's head on back, and you will notice that the gates are now changed to correspond with the flowerlings, like I mentioned, in case you had any doubt. And we come across this important structure with the door looking thing in the middle, and we need to talk to this flower lady, and she says that she's feeling it. She's feeling it, and what she's actually feeling is the psychokinesis of that disturbing old man, which is gross. But if you come here before talking to that guy, she'll say something to the effect of, I'm not feeling it, and you can't come into this statue, or this structure. And obviously it's a giant structure that is in the middle of ruins, and it's got a door in it. So there's really only one, or no, that's not how I want to phrase that statement. It's pretty obvious where you want to go. And I already told you, we passed the what was it, the Temple of the Winds? And I told you we needed to ignore that, even though that would probably be your first guess of where to go. So we'll just keep going this way, killing all the peoples, if you would even consider them peoples. Get the treasure in here. And now, with the fade out music and fade in boss music, we have found our good friend Tipo. I'm so blood and weed about blah 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 blah. Oh wow, I can't talk. I suppose I'll just save you my terrible British accent. And she went looking for tea leaves and got herself lost. I don't know how she managed to come down here because, you know, the door was locked by magic. And we are currently getting eaten alive by a blood-sucking bat she just told us about, even though I'm sure we can feel it on our head tonight. Whoa. She just waddles off, and we're left to fight the boss alone, mind you. No help from... Although, to be honest, what would Tipo do, really? Just sit there and have a nice cup of tea. So this is Count Dovula, or Dovula. However you want to pronounce it. Apples to tomatoes. I think she might actually hit harder than the Boreal Hound does. However, she's also... she uses more magic, which I'm sure I mentioned this during the Bud and Lisa fight. Magic is pretty easy to both interrupt and avoid. So she's not really that hard. And as you can see, if you want to be cheap like me, you can just wail away on it. And as you can see, I just completely negated her ability to use that cone-shaped magic. And even if I didn't want to stop her from using it, I could have just, you know... Nope, there goes my train of thought. I feel stupid. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. I could have just sidestepped her magic all casually like and watched her try in vain to hit me. But she's dead now. Or was she dead the entire time? And we released her spirit. Speaking of spirits, bottled spirit. Exciting. Another artifact to just sit on our wheel for eternity. Now these two are reunited and they're going to have a nice hug session. And they're gonna go on another adventure, much to Tipo's chagrin. And that quick and easy quest was Tea Time of Danger. Tea Time of Danger. I was trying to think of all the tea-related puns I could, and literally none of them came up. And that whistling was my imitation teapot sound. I apologize if it was annoying. But we're gonna go talk to our cactus and then call this an episode. I know it's probably been a short one, but honestly, I just want to see if I can actually get this part done. So And plus the last episode was kind of long, so I'm balancing it out a little bit. But in the next one, we are not actually going to let that bottled spirit sit on our artifact wheel. We're going to learn its many secrets and run into a character some of you will recognize. And I actually will recognize him, not just from this game. But that'll be in the next one. So if you like this part, please hit like. If you want to figure out which character we're going to meet, you can watch the next part. Or if you really feel daring, you can subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can leave them in the comment section below. Until the next one, I will see you there.